Hi, it's John here. Now this is a video that I've been working on quite a long time, and I did a little web page on my website for it quite a while back, and it's how to develop friendships, or how to develop one's friendship. Say you've got friends and you'd like to just sort of develop the friendship a bit more. Perhaps they're people who are of particular use to you, or particular interest, you find them fascinating. Or perhaps it's nothing more than they just live nearby and they're convenient people to have as friends. It gets a bit difficult, doesn't it, if you're travelling about the country a lot and all your friends are miles and miles away, and then you lose contact with them, and then you don't know what they've been up to for the past year or 10 years, and then to sort of get back into that friendship becomes sort of quite an effort. Far better to have friends who live nearby. So I've been researching friendship a little bit more. Now, I have come across the idea that you only befriend people who are useful to you. But I would say that isn't about friendship. That's about if you're building up a business, or you've got some sort of real goal that you're aiming at, or you're involved with parish work or something like that, parish council or something like that, and you've got people and you think, they'd make a good treasurer, they'd make a good secretary, I must get to know them. But I don't think friendship is like that. I think it's far more sort of chemical. You find someone who's on your wavelength, someone who's maybe got similar goals to you, someone who reminds you of you, perhaps when you were younger, or perhaps reminds you of other friends. I don't think you can actually pin what friendship, who you are attracted to down. Well, it's the same with YouTube, isn't it? Some people you're attracted to and you think, I want to watch his videos, and others you just think, oh no, I couldn't stand watching that any longer. It's something, maybe they just go too slow, far too laboured, the videos, and you can't be bothered to wait to the end of it to find out what it's all about. So I've been asking people about friendship, and somebody said to me, a friend is someone that you can take the mickey out of without them getting annoyed. Well, I'd have never thought of that as a friend. I think that's weird, but that's what they thought, so that's completely that's all right, isn't it? I've written a few things down on my web page, which I'll put a connection at the bottom of this video too. So one of the first things I say is don't continually offer your friend or your prospective friend advice all the time. They don't really want it. They want to be themselves, and they want you to befriend them as yourselves. So you don't want to. You don't want to be doing that, but you may want to try and enrich their lives slightly, but don't be too pushy. And sometimes don't write the agenda all the time. Let them do what they want to do, and you just carry on with them. Go where they want to go. You'll find out things that you don't thought that you might you otherwise would have never have thought of doing. Obviously, be a good listener. And try to get them off bad things. If they're sort of hooked on taking people to court for some reason, or something like that, and it just goes round and round and round, just try to gradually steer them off of that. And don't be afraid to tell them, you've told me this before. You can do that with a friend. They don't mind, and they'll say the same things to you. And a good friend will try to cheer you up when you're feeling down. You know, that's a good friend. You know, they don't want to see that. They might offer to take you out for a drink or a meal. I mean, if your friend hasn't got much sympathy for you when you're down, I mean, that's not much good, is it? So you've got to have it's a bit give and take, isn't it? And here's another point. A true friend will accept you even when you sort of get into an emotional state, and you accept them even when they get into an emotional state. You know, you accept that is not perhaps their real self. You know, they've just lost it for a little while, or you've just lost it for a bit, and they'll understand what's going on. Well, they may not understand, because they might not be that enlightened to know that people just lose it for a bit. Presumably if you are, then you more than could tolerate them losing it. Work on befriending yourself. Laugh at yourself. Celebrate your quirky failings as well as your successes. Yes, the mess that you get into. Sometimes you get yourself into an awful mess. And how do I get into this great mess? It's almost like you're sort of the driver of some out-of-control car. And you know, it's not really you doing it, it's sort of some demon at the back of your head. You know, befriend yourself, and then you'll be more likeable to others, won't you? What is that term they use? The law of attraction. You know, like attracts like. So if you like yourself, you know, people will like you. Now then, where are we? A friend is welcome to phone you at any time without reason, just for a chat. But that is within reason. You don't want them phoning up all the time. And you certainly don't want them on Skype for hours and hours. You just want, you know, fairly reasonable. You know, we're not counselling service. So be respectful of friends' boundaries and time commitments. You know, they've got friends and family as well, and they've got other friends and their own family. So don't be with them all the time. You know, you're not the only thing in their life. You know, they've got another life. They've got life. Don't wait for someone to befriend you. You know, go out and befriend others. Find out who those people are behind their locked doors in the village, or their shut doors. You know, say hi, how are you, and see whether they're the sort of people that some sort of interest, chemistry takes place, or whether there's people that are so busy that they haven't got time to meet anybody, and they soon make it plain, don't they? Yes, but nice day, isn't it? Nice day, like bye. Yeah. Okay, I get the message. And the last one, realise in your own mind that part of everybody, including oneself, is absolutely bonkers. And perfect people only live in the imagination. So, don't wait for that perfect friend. You know, you've got to accept people as they are to a certain extent, and take them on board as they are, and do what you can, and they can do what they can for you, and muddle along like we do in life. Right, bye.